Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Come On Shine, and today I'm going to explain F Scott Fitzgerald, who is a famous American writer, and his most popular novel, The Great Gatsby. This story is quite confusive, but I tried to make it as simple as possible. So just let's listen it carefully. So let's get started with the major characters. First of all, Nick Carraway. This is the novel's narrator, a young man from Minnesota who, after being educated at Yale and fighting in World War I, goes to New York City to learn the bond business. Second is the J. Gatsby. This is the title character and the protagonist of the novel. Gatsby is a wealthy man living in a mansion in West Egg. He is famous for the lavish parties he throws every Saturday night, but no one knows from where he comes, what he does, and how he made his fortune. Third character is Daisy Buchanan. Daisy Buchanan is Nick's cousin and the woman Gatsby loves. As a young woman in Louisville before the war, Daisy was courted by a number of officers, including Gatsby. She fell in love with Gatsby and promised him to wait for him to get married. Next is Tom Buchanan. Tom Buchanan is Daisy's immensely wealthy husband. Once a member of Nick's social club at Yale, he is an arrogant, hypocritical bully man. Next character is Jordan Baker. Jordan Baker is Daisy's friend, a woman with whom Nick becomes romantically involved during the course of the novel. Next character is Myrtle Wilson. Myrtle was Tom's lover, whose lifelessly husband George owns a run-down garage in the Valley of Ashes. Myrtle herself possesses a fire's vitality and desperately looks for a way to improve her situation. Unfortunately, she chooses Tom, who treats her as a mere object of his desire. Means Tom was treated her as an object. Now let's get into the story. So the novel begins in the year 1922 after World War I, and Nick Carraway goes to New York from Minnesota for the bond business and rent a house at West Egg. This is the locality of rich people. And there is another locality, East Egg, where his cousin Daisy was staying with her husband. And one day, Nick went for dinner with them. Means Nick went for dinner with Daisy and her husband Tom. There they met a girl named Jordan, who is professionally a golf player, and Nick and Jordan become friends. And here Jordan reveals a secret to Nick about Tom, that he has an extramarital affair with someone, and this someone was Myrtle Wilson, alright? Then they came back to their homes, and one day Nick saw J. Gatsby. Gatsby was the neighbor of Nick, and they immediately become friend of each other. They were attracted towards each other and become friend, okay? Then one day again Tom organized a party and again invites Nick, and in that party Myrtle Wilson, lover of Nick, as I told before, Myrtle also comes and drink a lot. Means she drank heavily and started saying bad words for Daisy. Tom burst into anger and hits Myrtle on her nose. Then the party ends and everyone goes back. And after a few days, Gatsby also organized a party, and Nick, Jordan and Daisy were also invited. There Gatsby privately says to Jordan that he knows Daisy from long ago, and he also likes Daisy, and he bought house in this locality just to impress Daisy. And Jordan passes all these stories to Nick. Actually, Gatsby wanted Nick to fix a meeting plan between Daisy and Gatsby, and Nick also agreed to this, and he did so. And Daisy impressed with Gatsby in that party. Then after a few days, Daisy organized a party. This story is based on the party itself, okay? Then after a few days, Daisy organized a party. There she invites Gatsby too. And in that party, Tom started doubting on their relationship between Daisy and Gatsby. And Tom says to Daisy, let's move to New York City. But meanwhile, Gatsby and Tom broke into fight. And Gatsby said that your wife doesn't like you. She likes me. On this, Daisy says she likes her husband, Tom. She doesn't like Gatsby, she likes her husband Tom. Then Tom started saying to Gatsby that he knows you make your fortune through criminal activities. Means Tom started blackmailing Gatsby that he knows from where you collect your money. Through this is not white money, this is black money. You do some criminal activities and then you make your fortune, okay? On this, Gatsby said that he would never interrupt Daisy from now onwards. He was feeling so shame and he said that he will never interrupt and disturb you guys from now onwards. Then at last Tom said to Daisy that go home with Gatsby itself. I think he wanted to show his trust on Daisy. And Tom, Nick, Jordan decided to go later on. But on the way, Gatsby's car approaches the garage. Myrtle, who has been arguing with her husband, sees the vehicle and mistakenly believes that the Tom Buchanan is driving it. She runs into the road, intending to speak with him, but she is hit and killed. The car fails to stop at that point of time. And after a few days, George Wilson killed Jay Gatsby in his home. And when Nick came to know that Jay Gatsby is no more, he was very sad and upset. Because he was knowing a secret that Daisy was driving the car on that night when Myrtle got an accident and was died. So Daisy was actually driving that car. And Nick also gave a small funeral for Jay Gatsby, but no one came into that funeral except Gatsby's father. And Nick also broke up with Jordan and went to meet Tom. There Tom discloses that he went to George Wilson and misled George that Jay Gatsby murdered your wife. And then George Wilson went to kill Jay Gatsby, okay? Means there Tom revealed one secret that he misled George Wilson to kill Jay Gatsby. And then Nick decided to return back Minnesota. But before moving to Minnesota, he visited to Gatsby's home and that place where he first met Gatsby and was thinking that how great Gatsby was. And that's the title is The Great Gatsby. So the novel comes to an end here. I will meet you with another American writer episode. Till then, bye, goodbye, take care and keep loving literature.